Hello, everyone. I'm bringing back the interviews, and to start us off, and future co-host of these, it's gonna be Nia.
Yes. Hello, hello.
All right. Well, to start us off, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, my name is Lilonia. One of the main things you can probably notice is that I rock the trans colors. I'm basically a walking trans flag, so hooray. Pronouns she, her, makes it nice and easy. Nickname is Nia, makes that nice and easy. I make TikTok content as well. I dabble both in Blender and Unity work, so I make a lot of fun things for my avatars, and I just generally have a joy on VR chat.
Okay. So to start us off with a question here, um, what got you wanting to be a content creator?
So that actually started, unfortunately, in a very dark time in my life. I was going through quite a bit after getting out of a relationship and having to figure out how to do a moving situation and everything, and I wanted a way to vent. And so a lot of my first posts on my page are actually kind of venting posts, and when people seem to resonate with them and seem to really like the content that I was producing, it only emboldened me to create more content, and now I just do it because I love it.
Okay. All right. Um. So here's a bit of a about your characters. What brought on your character design?
As stated beforehand, I'm basically a walking trans flag. When I first started VR chat, I unfortunately was not really able to express myself. And I really wasn't able to be in the furry fandom for quite a while. So, when I finally was able to rejoin the furry fandom when I was in VR chat, I wanted to create my own Sona, as all the sonas I previously had were unfortunately destroyed due to prior incidents and prior relationships. So I started fresh new, and I designed a character that I knew that I would like, and that would translate into multiple different avatar bases, because I like to create content, and I wanted to make something that would be recognizable. So I wanted to make sure that if anyone looked at my content, they knew it was me just by looking at the character.
All right. Um. So next question I have for you is, what's your favorite part about making content?
See, my favorite part about making content is actually the planning phase. When I hear an audio or when I listen to something, I get millions of ideas in my head, and I get the joy of sifting through all those ideas and picking the best parts of each and then mashing it all together before recording it. And so I like to try out all those different ideas, and I like going through that creative process, because not only do I get to learn new things and try out new techniques, I also get to collaborate with wonderful people, and they teach me their skills and editing tricks and things I would never have even thought of if I didn't get that chance to explore those creative opportunities.
Okay. Okay. All right. Keeping on that 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 this kind of theme of it. What is what is the best experience you've had since you started making videos?
So the best experience that I've had was when I initially got the base version of my original OC created, which was just the Hopkin with the techware on it. And I started making content with that. And I reached out to a larger content creator on TikTok because I love their content and I wanted to get to know them and meet them. That now happens to be my sister Cookie Bean, and they're amazing and wonderful. And even to this day, actually, even last night, we were reminiscing about how it was so funny. We just both met each other and we're like, yeah, let's hang out and get to know each other. And now I have some wonderful, wonderful lifelong friends that I hold dear. And so content creation, if I didn't start that, would not have led me to have such wonderful friends.
Okay. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Um. Now, being that we are in the furry community and how a lot of the internet does not like us, how do you deal with all that, like all the negativity that comes around being?
So I used to just like moderate my content where if there's something that I didn't particularly feel like was positive toward the video's comments or keeping a positive vibe, I would either remove it or I would just not interact with it. But I'm a gremlin, and the gremlin side comes out of me, and so every once in a while I do troll some trolls back. For example, one of my older TikToks actually got a comment where they said, "You have now ruined this sound for me. Thank you." And so I said, "Glad. I hope it festers in your mind and ruins your day." It's just being a troll back, you know. It's having lighthearted fun and knowing when people are just being mean to be mean and just taking it on the cheek.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And now, what would you say is your least favorite part about making videos? I know we all enjoy making it, but there's always something that we just don't vibe with when it comes to doing what we do.
So the only part that I have to say about the creative process that I actually don't like is the fact that for me, because I am somewhat of an OCD person, and I do try to produce quality content that I would be happy with and hold myself to a very high standard, I tend to make a lot of takes. I have been known to do upwards of 100 different takes of my content before picking out the singular take that I like. So my recording files are like 15, 20 minutes. I think the longest I've had was like an hour long, and I've had to sift through all that footage and pick out the exact one that I like.
Okay. Yeah. All right. That makes sense. I had a question and it just escaped my mind. Um. Well, I lost that question. All right. Well, that's kind of it for me. Do you have anything you would like to ask?
I know that when we first met, it was kind of through the collaboration process and making those positivity TikToks. Was there anything that I guess you enjoyed about making those TikToks with me?
Well, the well, I've always been a person who likes to look at the brighter side of things. You know, the kind of same thing you said earlier about when people talk down about you or in your videos or whatever. You know, you turn it around and you make a joke out of it to mess with them back. It's kind of what I've been doing when I was growing up. People used to make fun of me, and at some point I just realized, you know what? Why should I feel bad when they're feeling good about it? So I just started jabbing back, and that's kind of where everything led to. I was like, hey, you know, you can just make anything a joke. So, you know, the fact that you look at the brighter side of things too, you know, is what I liked about it. You know, the positivity that comes around with this whole side of TikTok and everything.
Yeah. Is there a particular video that I have produced that has resonated with you? Because I know that I produce quite emotional content sometimes, and I always like to kind of know which person feels strongly toward which video.
I forgot the name of it. I think you called it Twister or Tornado or something. It was a poem.
Cyclone.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
That was
yeah, that a lot of people really like that one. Actually, I still get comments to this day that when people want to show my content, that's actually one of the first TikToks that they tend to show, actually, is Cyclone, amongst a few other select ones. And I kind of feel honored because I do like my poetry a lot, and I do try to touch people's hearts with my poetry.
So, going on that, what got you into poetry?
Yeah, so growing up when I was going through, the school system in middle school and high school, I noticed that I was very literate when it came to my writing skills. I tended to be about an approximation a whole class level higher than where I was placed. And so my teachers tended to challenge me and really wanted me to push my boundaries and my skills. And when I was going through my time of moving out and creating my first videos, I wanted a secondary way to vent about some darker things that I didn't want to post on TikTok at the time. And that's where a lot of the poems that were my first ones came from. They came from that darkness, and they came from that sense of needing to vent. And since then, I either use it as like a little daily log, or I will post something when I feel really emotional, whether it's a very happy emotion or a sad emotion or even a curiosity. If I can capture a feeling, or if I can even relate to the feeling, I want to capture it and put it into words.
Okay. All right. And my traditional jokey question is here. Well, it's not really joke. It's actually more about your palette. Um, Being that there are so many colors that outstand the pink and the white, why'd you choose green? Why
So
specifically green?
initially, yeah, so funny enough, initially when I was making my character and my first TikTok, you'll notice that the character itself had a pink variant of this outfit. Um, and in the files for this, I went digging around and I found the screen variant, and I wanted something that wouldn't meld into the pink and blues when I was creating my character, because I wanted something that would stand out and pop. Like, because for me, I when I think of an engaging TikTok, it's something that'll catch your eye within the first 2 seconds. And part of that is the appearance of your character. If you have a character that is eye-catching, it's going to make a person want to stay and at least watch that TikTok, and then hopefully your actual TikTok will hook them into it to watching the whole thing. So for me, having the stark contrast of the green to my character, and on top of that, all the movie bits like my goggles here and um, the necklace. That's the word we're looking for, is necklace. And then all the straps and everything. It tends to create such an interesting kind of almost like stimming thing. I found a lot of people who are neurodivergent, which is a good population of the TikTok community, actually comment on my outfit and how much it moves, and it tends to engage people. Funny enough.
All right. Well, I don't have any further questions. Do you? Anything else you'd want to?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, that was
Yeah.
Nia and her beautiful self. Like I said, she will be co-hosting with me in the future. Keep an eye out for those. We plan on bringing a lot more people, and hopefully you guys enjoy these future ones. But for now, that was Nia, and we'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.